In the previous class, we are discussed about the different types of the parts of the relay systems. Okay, we go once again, go back to the main. What are the functionality should be there? What are the essential qualities should be there in the production relay? In that, we have a number of following some basic requirements are there. There's the speed, fast operation, selectivity, sensitivity, reliability, and stabilities, and adequateness and simplicity and economy. Okay, in the previous class we discussed about the fast operations as well as a sensitivity. Now today we are going to discuss the next important requirement. Okay, the functionality is the sensitivity. It is very important. See, based on the present value, suppose the any fault will be appear, the higher current will be flowing to the entire systems. Suppose initially we are setting the some value. Okay, the current will be that value, threshold value. Suppose the external current will be greater than the threshold value. Immediately the relay will be sense that signal and sense that fault line, and immediately the send back signal will be sent back to the circuit breaker to isolate the fault line. Okay, and then we also know that what is the sensitivity factor that should be equal to the what is the is is nothing but the present value by I naught. I naught is the what is the minimum operating current required for the production to start. That is called as the I naught. Is nothing but there is a minimum short circuit current in the production zone. Now we are going to move on the next important factors. The basically factor that is the reliability. The production system must operate reliability when as fault occur in its zone of production. To achieve the high degree of reliabilities, of greater attention should be given to the design, installations, maintenance, and testing of the various elements of the production system. And the robustness and simplicity of the relaying equipments are also considerable to reliabilities. The contact presence, the contact materials of the relay, and the prevention of the contact contaminations are also very important from the reliability point of view. Reliability means how it is reliable. Okay, based on the sensitivity, based on the uh, robustness, based on the simplicity. Okay, see, we should give see anytime there should be given a proper label for the power system. Okay, they should be withstand with the all the things. Okay, all the means high current, high voltage. The proper maintenance also plays very important role in the improving the reliability operation of the systems. See, the relay system also they now very can use a small relay system. Nowadays there is a solid state contact relays will be there. For higher, if you go for higher ranges, the mechanical there is electromechanical relays will be there. See, that relay should be means every week or every day, monthly they should maintain properly. Okay, should maintain it properly, then it will lifetime of the relay will be increases. The typical value of the liberty of the protection should be 95%. Next one is the stability. A protection system should be remain stable even when a large current is flowing through the its protection zone due to the external fault, which does not lie in its zone. The concerned circuit breaker is supposed to clean the faults. But protective system will not wait, identify the if the protective scheme of the zone in which the fault has occurred fails to operate after the present delay. Okay, the relay will be operated to trip the circuit breaker. In most of the cases, time delay. Okay, there's a filter circuit, mechanical and electrical bias are provided to achieve the stable protection during the disturbance. And next one is the adequateness. These are the variety of faults. See, we have a variety of faults and disturbance. Those may practically exist in a power system. It is impossible to prevent the protection against each and every abnormal conditions which may exist in practice due to economical reasons. Okay, it means that adequateness should be there. The adequateness due to economical reason, the adequateness of the system can be addressed by some following factors. The first one is the rating of the various equipments. Okay, based on the rating also, you should select the proper relay, cost of the equipments, and location of the equipments, and probability of the abnormal condition due to internal and external causes, and then discontinuity of supply due to the failure of the equipments. And the next one is the simplicity and economy. It is a necessary that the cost of the system should be within the limit. Okay, economy is very important. Based on the rating, the relay should be manufactured. Okay, that's why there should be within the range, within the limit only. The production cost should be not more than the 5% of the total cost. And production system should be as simple as possible so that it can be easily maintainable. The simpler system are always more reliable. The simplicity and reliability are closely related to each other. In reliability also, we are considering the cost factor also, the robustness, maintenance. Okay, the same thing. The both will be correlated between the simplicity and reliability and economy. See, the cost of that sense relay should not be exceed 5% of the total cost. Okay, then after that, there is a zone protection. What we are discussed in the previous class, that is a zone protection. This is very, very important. They will ask 10 marks questions in July 2015. They will ask this: what are the kinds of type protection, zone protections are there in the power system? Once again, I repeat that. What is that? What do you mean by zone protections? See, all the dotted lines, rectangular boxes. Now there is a one kind of zone. Okay, you can see, observe, this is the where the first zone, there is the generator protection, generator and circuit breaker also will be there. Okay, and then this rectangular bar will be represented with the bus bar protection in either side for transmission line as well as the transformer side as well as circuit breaker side. The both we should give the protection. Okay, this is a complete protection for the bus bar. After that, the what amount of energy will be get generated from the generator, that amount will be transmitted to the load center. That's why you're using the some of the power transformer. Okay, for that power transformer also requires some power transformer protections. Again, we have a high voltage switchgear protection. Again, in the receiving and transmission line protections. Again, high voltage switchgear protection means we have a different zone. Each zones we should give the a proper zone protection, and also each zone protection will be overlapping to each other. Okay, we can see, observe everything, all the zone protection will be overlapping to each other. Then the next one is the primary and backup protection. The protection provided by the protective relay. Equipments can be categorized into two types. One is the primary protection, and second one is the backup protection. The primary protection is the first line of for defense, and it is responsible to protect all the power system equipments from all type of the faults. The backup protection comes into play only when the primary protection is failure. Backup is nothing but the auxiliary protections. Okay, auxiliary. So any failure will be appear in the primary protection, then the back will be come to the picture. Okay, the backup protection is provided as the main protection. Main protection can fail due to many reasons, like failure in a circuit breaker or failure in a relay. Yeah, in a power system, there's a two protection schemes will be there. One is the primary as well as the backup protection. Backup is nothing but a auxiliary protection. Okay, when the primary protection it fails, then backup protection comes into the picture. Okay. And also it causes when the primary protection will be failure in a relays or failure in a circuit breakers, failure in the tripping circuits, failure in a DC tripping voltage, and loss of voltage or current supply into the relay. So due to this, the primary protection will be failure. Thus, if the backup protection is absent and the main protection fails, then there is a possibility of severe damage of the system. Where the primary protection is made incorporate from the maintenance purpose, the backup operation acts as like a main protection. So, okay, sometime what happen? Initially, I told you if you want to go improving the reliability, we should give the proper maintenance to the particular protection zones. And that's why doing the maintenance also, okay, the actual maintenance also, the maintenance during the maintenance time, the backup protections are used for continuity supply to the supplier or consumers. During that particular time, the backup protection is acts as like a main protection. And backup relays operates after the time delay to give the primary relay sufficient time to operate. As far as possible, the backup relay should be placed at the different stations. Sometime a local backup is called as is used. It should be located in such a way that it does not employing the components such as CT, and measuring unit, etc. And common with the primary relays, which are to be backed up. There are three types of backup relay will be there. There's a remote backup relay and relay backup, and then breaker backup.